Hi everyone, it's Victoria Gibson, and I'm totally excited about sharing my latest training with you in this on-call presentation. It's all about filling your programs, services, and events with Facebook ads. So we're going to get started in just a minute. I'm seeing a lot of people pouring on the call now. We had a ton of people registered, so I just want to give everyone the chance to make sure they're here before I get going. It's good to see so many of you here. In the meantime, just type in the chat box and let me know where you're from, just your hometown or where you're living now or where you're dialing in from. I love to see where we've got people coming in from all over the world. It's good to see you here. I can already see some familiar faces, so thanks for showing up. I appreciate you giving me your time and your attention. I know that's really the most valuable currency we have, particularly if we're entrepreneurs and business owners. There's nothing more precious than our time. So I appreciate you giving me the time today. It shows me that you're an action taker and you're ready to get started using something or using Facebook ads or improving what you've already been doing using Facebook ads, which is already going to put you ahead of the curve. So congratulations for being here. It's really cool to see you, and I'm already seeing we've got Nancy said there's no sound, but obviously some people are running in some other some towns. So Nancy, I'm not sure why you don't have any sound. Hopefully that will sort out, or though you probably can't hear me. But Heather's from Denver. We've got another Heather from Sydney. Great to see you. Cheryl's from Auckland, a Kiwi. Nice to see you, Cheryl. Sylvie's from Ontario in Canada. Gemma's from Toronto in Canada. So nice to see the Canucks here. I haven't been to Canada, but I would really love to go. Canadians are very similar to Australians, so I think we get on well. Curtis is from LA. Hey, Minling is from LA too. Jason's from Pambula in New South Wales. I bet it's nice and sunny there at the moment. Mary's from Pennsylvania. Bruce from California. James from Newcastle. I love Newcastle. Kent's from Montana. Chia is from Northern California. We've got David from London. You're up late. So great to see you here. Thanks for staying up in the middle of the night. I'm not very UK friendly with this time. It's mainly for the Aussies and the Americans. And I am definitely hopeful that we will have a replay available. People are asking that. I try my hardest to get the recording working for you, so we should be okay. Thanks for letting me know you can hear Sylvie. I'm just going to talk a bit louder if some people are saying it's a little bit quiet. So I don't normally get told that I'm a little bit quiet. So George is from Adelaide. Hey, George. I'm from Adelaide too. So I'm actually in Melbourne now, but I'm from Adelaide. So good to see you. We love Adelaide. Thanks, Melanie, for letting me know that you can hear fine, loud and clear. Thanks, Bruce. It's good to see so many of you here. I love doing these live trainings. We get the best opportunity to get a bit of interaction on the call. And I'm going to, dive in and give you an overview of everything, but there'll be some deep dives in there as well. So I think we've had time to get everyone on the call. So in respect to you being here on time, I'm going to start and get going. So you're basically here to learn how to fill your programs using Facebook ads without big fancy launches or JVs or affiliates or anything like that. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with launching and JVs. It's great if you can get those happening, then that's fantastic. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But sometimes that's not as easy to get moving. So I want to give you a system that you can be using every day of the week, even if you don't have a big list, because sometimes lists are really hard to grow as well. So, I want to give you something that you can be using straight out the gate that's going to give you a way to showcase your expertise and connect with more of your ideal clients and hopefully high value clients too if you're charging what you're worth. So you're definitely in the right place if you've come to find out about that today. So you're also in the right place if you're looking to add an extra 10 grand a month and attract the very best clients using Facebook ads. That's not a pie in the sky figure. That's kind of a basic a figure that you can be getting in extra on top of what you are if you're not already using Facebook ads. And I'm going to show you the way to do that today, because I'm lifting the lid on the exact Facebook ad system I use to create 5-figure plus days for myself and my clients. And I want you to have that same system too, because it's not one size fits all, and you will see other Facebook ads training out there, and it's really for small business owners. So that might be that you have a pet shop. It may be that you have a I don't know, an online crochet business, or I'm thinking loom bands because my daughters are totally into loom bands. And if you don't have kids, you won't know what they are, but they're these little rubber band things. And I'm thinking if you're selling loom bands online, this is not the training for you. So if you've got an online store, this is not going to be the right training for you. But if you do have a coaching or a consulting business, some sort of service-based business where you have the ability to create an offering, whether it might be an online program, it might be a coaching program, a mastermind, events, workshops, seminars, anything like that, Facebook ads is amazing for you to use to promote those and basically fill them, which is what we always want to do. So today I'm going to show you how to grow your list and sell more of those programs, services, events, workshops, all using low-cost Facebook ads. Now, I'll dive into it later on, but the recent changes in Facebook ads have actually brought about some really low-cost opportunities. So not only are they a great tool for you to use to get your message out, but they're also surprisingly low cost, and this is what people don't realize. And I get a lot of people saying, oh, it's too expensive, that, I've wasted money on Facebook ads, but I'm going to show you a couple of techniques. So you stop doing that if you have, or just know that things have changed. So it's really making it a lot easier to get started with Facebook ads. And there's some great new features. I'm going to share one of them in this webinar that I think you're going to be pretty blown away by if you're not already using it, which most people I speak to don't know that it exists. So I created this training because I'm a coach myself, and I work with other coaches, I coach other coaches, I coach consultants. Obviously I network with them as well, and I hear a lot of the same struggles. And some of these are things like, well, I've got a program or I've got an event, but I don't have enough leads coming in. I've got my list, but I don't have a steady flow of leads coming in. Well, you're in the right place today, because we're going to get into that. But also, people will say, well, I don't know what to promote and how I should promote it. What should I say? Should I run a Facebook ad direct to my sales page? Short answer to that is no. Do not run Facebook ads directly to a sales page, particularly for a high price program. It doesn't work. And I'm going to show you a way to circumvent that. A lot of people are saying my cash flow is way too lumpy. Not everyone wants to kind of admit that, but sometimes in your own business, in this entrepreneurial journey, some months, if you haven't really stocked the pipeline, things can be a little bit scarce. So what's something that you could turn to and flick the switch on straight away? If you don't want to run it every day, you can just flick the switch on Facebook ads and bring in cash flow today, this week, now, ready to go. A lot of people are saying as well, like, I've got an email list, or I've got a really big one, maybe it's a bit old, it's a bit tapped out, it's not that engaged, it's not responding like it used to the same messages. I'm sure even, you know yourselves just from looking at your inbox, what's coming in there, and there's a lot more coming in. I mean, having your own online business and marketing online and sending out offers to a list is a great way to grow your business. Don't get me wrong, but with more and more people filling up inboxes, I think people are looking for a bit of respite, and Facebook is definitely where it's at. Other business owners or consultants are telling me I'm over Facebook. It changes so much. I just can't keep up. And look, I understand this as well. It does change. I have to keep on my toes. I'm the person sharing this information with my clients and with all of you as much as possible. So I need to keep on top of it. And there is quite a bit to keep on top of. So that's why it's great that you can attend trainings like today where I can run you through what some of those changes are just to make sure that you're across it and you're managing it. The other thing is some people just don't even get started. They're like, oh, it's too hard. I just don't know what to do. They're in a place of overwhelm. There's so many other things to be doing when you're running your business. The last thing you want to be doing is learning a brand new skill. I get that. And that's why I wanted to distill this training for just coaches and consultants, because I don't want to fill you up with all the other info so that you're overwhelmed and you don't get going, because just taking action, you're going to be so surprised at what you can bring in. The other thing people want to ask, how much do I need to spend to make a difference? You're going to be surprised it's not that much. You can be starting at $30 a day if you want. You can start at way less than that. It's all customizable. But $30 a day can be bringing in a really good pipeline into your sales funnel. Other people are telling me, well, I have a high-end offering, so I don't want to use Facebook because, I don't think my clients are there. But I'm here to tell you that all your clients are definitely on Facebook. There's over 1 billion people across the globe using Facebook and using it daily. Most people are waking up in the morning. The first thing they're doing is grabbing their phone and checking their Facebook newsfeed. It is like, the new addiction. And I'm sure a lot of you do it too. I know I do. I mean, I love Facebook, so I'm not anti-Facebook at all. But definitely, I'm checking mine throughout the day, and most people are as well. And if you didn't know that Facebook ads now come on mobile phones, they have for some time, they do. So you have the ability to get into that, tap into people's addictions on their phone and show up where they're spending a lot of time. So definitely know that is true. So look, based on all those things that people have been telling me, I know many of you have been thinking the same thing, and that's why I created this training today, and I'm sure that's probably why you showed up as well, and I am so glad that you did. Because it is getting harder and harder to fill your programs, services, and events. Sometimes it just feels like it is a constant harvesting for you, that you need to be, okay, what's next? What's the next shiny object I can try? And you might have, tried Pinterest, or you might have tried LinkedIn, or you might have been trying even traditional advertising or postcard advertising, direct mail. There's a whole raft of opportunities open to you, and I absolutely know that. But this isn't the next shiny object. This is proven. This is going to be here to stay, and I want you to know all about it and really optimize what you're currently doing if you're already using it and know the benefits, or at least get started. Because it's getting harder because there's things like email list fatigue going on, declining open rates, and deliverability issues with your email marketing. So even with great quality email autoresponders that you're paying quite a bit for, like Infusionsoft, you can have a lot of deliverability issues. Some of your email, it's been shown that a good percentage of your emails would be ending up in spam. So there you are, paying to send these emails out, hoping to engage with your potential clients, and they're not even seeing your emails. They're also declining open rates, so not as many people are opening them if they do get them. So you can't just rely on your email marketing anymore. But then also, what about if you've got a Facebook page and you've been, marketing yourselves on Facebook, and if you've got a great following and great engagement, then that's awesome. Keep doing it. It is an excellent free channel to get more clients, and I want that for you. But the recent algorithm changes over the last 6 months that they've brought about have basically made sure that not all your posts are getting seen by as many people as they used to. So you've probably seen this declining engagement on your page. Most people I've spoken to have experienced this. I've experienced it myself. I don't worry so much because I don't rely on organic reach of Facebook. I will pay to reach my target audience. But if you have been riding the wave of free organic reach and it's declined, then you do need another strategy, because Facebook are limiting how many people see your posts, even though you've worked really, really hard to get those likers. And I know it's super frustrating. I totally get it. But today's solution is going to help you around that. The other thing is JVs. So someone asked before, what's a JV? It's a joint venture partner. So someone else you might collaborate with who'll promote your offer to their audience and their list for you, and often for a commission, and quite a hefty one at that, which is great because they get that they're happy to promote you to their audience trusts them, so you get that transference of trust, and it is a great channel. But I've put a little picture of a cute cat there begging, because often it feels like you really have to beg to get JVs. People don't want to burn out their own list. They're seeing lower open rates and a lot of people opting out with every broadcast, so they don't want to burn out their list with your offer, and so it can be really hard to secure great JVs. Also, the other thing to know about JVs is they're really expensive. So joint venture partners are expensive because you don't have to pay them up front, but with every sale you generally lose up to like 50% commission. So that can be an expensive way to get traffic, and Facebook ad traffic is much cheaper than that. So what if I told you that there was another way? How would that feel? What if I told you that you could invest $1 and get back at least $5 every single day of the week? And that's what this system is going to show you. You can see just under there, invest in Facebook ads, drive traffic to sign up to your list, and then market to that list and your audience on Facebook and your list to sell programs, services, workshops, and events. Like Jody, for example, last month she spent $550 on Facebook ads and sold $110,000 worth of packages, programs, and services. And no, that is not a typo. That is exactly what happened. And the thing is, when she started working with me on her Facebook ads, the first month she spent $1,100 and sold $60,000 worth of programs, services, and events. So she's basically been able to halve her spend and double her results over time because she's been consistent. She's used it all the time, and often just having that presence, it establishes you as an expert and gets people to know what you stand for, and build that trust, which makes sales a whole lot easier. Or perhaps you're like Wilson. He sold out his event. Another one of my clients sold out most of his events consistently. He holds his events often and makes 5 figures plus in program sales at each event. And in order to fill the room, he might just be spending $2,500 a month to get people to his events. So obviously you have to spend a bit more if you're wanting to get people to an event, because you're getting them to show up physically. It's not as easy as just getting them to opt in and follow up, which is still great, but getting them to actually show up can take a little bit more spend. But if you're presenting a higher priced offering at your event, then you can easily make that money back, and that's been proven time and time again with my clients. Or Kristen, for example, who had a list but was looked to me to help drive her traffic, to manage her launch traffic, get the message out there, get some more sales. And 80% of her final sales actually came from new clients that were from Facebook ads. Now, this is someone who has a list of, tens of thousands of people, and most of her sales came from Facebook ads. So there's nothing like the current, the now, the connection that Facebook ads gives you, the exposure to get your message out. These are just, a handful of my clients that we've got results for. Most of them are reporting the same level of results. So, I'm sure you're going to think that's pretty amazing as well, because I know that they were super happy with it, because Facebook ads are a multiplier. They're going to multiply your sales, they're going to multiply your exposure, and they're going to multiply your results. this can work for any business, don't get me wrong, but it's especially lucrative for coaches, consultants, and service-based businesses like you. So as you can tell, I'm passionate about it. I'm excited. I help clients and coaching clients and my consulting clients every day of the week with this. So I live and breathe it, and I know it's working. And actually, I've been doing it for the last 3 years, but just recently, the performance of Facebook ads for these kind of offers is absolutely has not been matched before. So in case you're wondering who I am, I'm sure you've signed up here, so you've definitely seen a snippet of who I am, or perhaps you've been following me for a while. And if you have, I'm super grateful that you're here. I love my community, and I love giving as much free value as I can to you, and hope that I can get you using Facebook ads, and you become as big an advocate as I am for them. Basically, I'm a Facebook ads uber fan, not a super fan. I'm an uber fan because I really believe in them. They work. They especially work for coaches and consultants like you, and I want to get you using them, or get you using them better, because that's the other thing. I see a lot more people using them now, but they're just doing it wrong. So I want you to stop wasting money on Facebook ads and do it the right way. Just to let you know, so you're wondering, have I just blown in? And someone wrote on my Facebook page the other day, well, everyone's a Facebook ads expert nowadays. How do I know you're the real deal? And it's like, I don't have to prove myself to you, but I want you to put it in context that, I've been asked to share my strategies, expertise across the web at industry conferences like Traffic and Conversion, Underground Online Seminar. People like Murray Smith and Ali Brown have held calls with me to their people to show them all about Facebook ads. And I've been specializing in Facebook ads for the last 3 years. So I've seen what they can do. I'm very intimately connected with them, and I've been featured across a lot of those properties down there. So you can see that I've given expert Facebook ads lectures for Social Fresh. Been featured on the Rise to the Top with the lovely David Siteman Garland. So people come and turn to me to ask all about Facebook ads because I know them so well. But today I'm going to be sharing with you just a few things. Like, I don't want to overwhelm you with a whole lot of detail. I want to give you an overview. There will be some actionable things that you can take from it. Don't worry about that. But I'm going to show you the power of a simple Facebook post and how that can bring leads into your business today. How you can magnetize high value clients, because maybe you've been getting a lot of tire kickers, or maybe you've been getting a lot of low value clients in your business, either from Facebook ads or any other means. And I want to show you how to avoid that. I'm going to show you the structure and the flow of a perfect ad. But one of the good things I'm going to show you too is this new targeting super feature on Facebook and how you can use that. So I hope that sounds good to you. Let me know if you're still here and you're still interested in hearing more. It's good to see so many of you on the call. We had a ton register, so it's great that you're all here. So basically, I use Facebook ads to build my business and establish myself as an expert, so I know it's possible. One of the reasons all those people came calling me to say, hey, do you want to, can you come and do a webinar, or can you be featured on this podcast, is because I use Facebook ads in the beginning to connect with more of my ideal clients and position myself as an expert in Facebook ads. So we've got time at the end as well. I'm going to be going through some great training, but we've got time at the end for questions too. So stick around, because you can ask any question you like. If you've got a question about a campaign, that's fine too. I'm more than happy to be here to guide you, because I know that a lot of people do have questions about how to use this. And if you haven't got any questions yet because you haven't used Facebook ads, or this is the first time you're learning about how you could apply them in your business, then you'll probably have some questions at the end, and I'm more than happy to answer those for you. Plus, there is a special bonus, and when I launched this last week on this webinar, which we did have a couple of sound issues, so we might have lost a few of you, there was a really big special bonus at the end, and I managed to keep that for today as well. So you're going to be able to take advantage of that, and it's never been offered before, so I want you to stick around on the call and see what that is and see if that's going to work for you as well. So The bottom line is, when I started learning about Facebook ads, I paid $5,000 to learn over, a couple of months. So yes, that was a lot, but it was totally worth it because I could just skip all the, testing, things that didn't work. I mean, obviously you do have to test in Facebook ads, but I was able to understand the system straight away and borrow from someone else's expertise. And I got up and running in 2011. And within that first week, so part of investing, obviously, I was going to make sure that I got a return on that investment. And I did straight away because I wanted to start a campaign, but I didn't have my own offerings yet. So I didn't have my own services and packages at that time. So what I did was promote somebody else's coaching offering. Now, here's just a little snippet from their email that this was the leaderboard for their affiliates sales. So I was able to come forth in the whole affiliate sales for, this was at the time a program called B School, which is still being sold now, but this was in 2011. Marie's program was out there and I wanted to promote it because I'd bought it and thought it was great. So I wanted to get it out there in the world. So I thought I'll use this campaign to sell, to promote on Facebook ads and get across how the best way is to promote it. And once I did that, straight away, I generated $23,000 just in 10 days, spending $500. That was what was possible, and it wasn't even my offer. So that really opened my eyes to like, wow, what could actually be possible once I had my own offerings. And I started off just generating likes and getting people opting into my list so I could start building a bit of credibility, giving a lot of value, sharing my blog posts and videos. That's a great way to get awareness out there and connection out there. You don't have to be selling all the time. If you can give free value on Facebook, that works extraordinarily well too. So since then, I've managed hundreds of campaigns for coaches and consultants like you see there below, people like Leonie Dawson, Kevin Nations, Marie Forleo, and James Schramko are just a few of those who I have managed campaigns for. So I'm well across how to get the best results for people in the coaching and consulting space and online marketing space. And all that experience has led me to the system that I'm sharing with you today. Because look, there's a ton I could teach you, but this is really all you need to know. As I said, I'm distilling it down for you because I want you to avoid these other common mistakes I see, which people, just dipping their toe in the water here. They've put a suck it and see approach out there, popped an ad up, seeing if it works, and most of the time it doesn't because they haven't got all the information they need, or it does, but then it stops working and they don't know how to fix it. Perhaps they don't know who to target, so they're targeting too many people, which means their ads are too expensive and they're not as effective. Or perhaps they forget the call to action. Here's just one ad I grabbed off my newsfeed, and I'm not saying this is a bad ad because Sonia, I did manage her campaign for a launch a couple of years ago. So I know Sonia and she's great at what she does, but this is just an example of one ad that's out there, which is it hasn't got a call to action in it. So this looks like this is something that comes up in your newsfeed, and I'm going to show you how these ads work. But, she's just got ramp up your recruiting and help your team do the same in this free training for women. But that's all it says. It doesn't say, so join me on a free call, or so click below to, to get my free what's it, but free whatever you're offering. So I see a lot of that happening, no call to action. You only have a short time to grab people's attention on Facebook, so you need to make sure that you're super direct about what you want them to do so that you have the chance to grab that lead and start that relationship. Often, another common mistake is people only have one ad. They're like a bit of a one-trick pony. They've set one ad up, it's taken them a while, or it was a bit fiddly, and it works, so they just keep hammering that one ad. Facebook, unfortunately, does not reward people who keep their ad the same, because people get banner blindness or ad fatigue sets in, and people get sick of seeing the same thing on Facebook and will stop clicking very quickly unless you have an amazingly successful ad that you can keep using for a longer period of time. Generally, within 3 days, you need to refresh that ad. You'll see it sharply decline after 3 days. So it does take a little bit of maintenance to make sure that you're circulating through your ads. So that doesn't mean you have to spend heaps of time managing all your ads. Just create a few ads to test and rotate through so that people don't get bored of your message. So I'm just checking that no one has any major sound issues I'm just checking everyone's saying, yep, great, they can hear, good, just making sure. So basically, what are the 5 steps to filling your programs with Facebook ads? Let's go through them now. Step 1 is knowing what to say. So part of what's going to help you with that and give you the context for what to say is to begin with a newsfeed ad. What's a newsfeed ad, you might ask? They're the ads you can see there on the diagram there with the red square around it. When you're on your homepage on your desktop, you'll see, in your home feed, you'll see all updates come through from your friends, all your connections, the pages that you like, organically are going to be coming up in that news feed. So that's the first focus of everybody's time on Facebook is popping there to see what's going on and to interact with others. So this is where people love to see other people's pictures, what they get up to on the weekend, all that kind of stuff. And this is where you can actually place your ad. So what's great about this is that it looks like it's organic, or often the set term is that this is native advertising. It's showing up where people want to be most of the time and where the discussion's happening. So it doesn't become like a let's shout at you kind of ad. It becomes a hey, let's engage with you, let's start a relationship with you kind of ad. Now, the other benefit to this is that you get more real estate. You would have seen those little ads on the right-hand side of Facebook with a little image and a headline and a few lines, and they can be great as well, but I'm just saying let's put that to the side for the moment, because this kind of ad, you show up where people are, you get a lot more engagement, you get more real estate. So by real estate, I mean you get more space on people's computer screens and in their line of sight. And the other thing is it can show up on mobile phones, and I'll show you if you select mobile newsfeed desktop as well. And I'll show you what that looks like, because that's pretty amazing as well, because when you choose newsfeed mobile ads, you're actually taking up the whole of an iPhone screen when people are scrolling through their newsfeed on their mobile phone. So imagine your image, your message showing up, as you can see on the right-hand side there, on someone's complete screen of their iPhone. So where else are they looking 100 times a day? Like I said, tap into that addiction. So this does impact on what you need to say in your ads, because you don't want to just blast at people. You want to encourage a conversation and you want to draw them through to click on your landing page, and that's the name of the game. So copy is super important here. You want to here's an example of an ad, just a general page post ad, newsfeed ad that I did for one of my clients, where you want to grab their attention. So first line is qualifying these people, making sure that we select the right kind of people. So who's it for? Coaches and spiritual entrepreneurs, not just entrepreneurs, but spiritual entrepreneurs, people who are involved in the health and wellness area, or they're involved in healing or things like that. So we want to try and make sure that people disqualify themselves straight away and don't click on the ad if it's not for them. So you get super, super targeted here. Then there's the hook. Are you ready to get clients fast from a place of service and not selling? Because what a lot of healers and spiritual entrepreneurs face, one of the issues they face, is that they're not really wanting to sell or be salesy or too marketing like, because they believe that that's not being that's not coming authentically from a place of service. So they want to make sure that they're that they're authentic and they're coming from a sort of heart-based place. That's a very common issue in Eva's target market, right? So this might not be your target market, but do you see what I'm saying? We've got 2 elements within the first line. One is disqualify people who are never going to buy your program, who are not your ideal clients. This is the first step in attracting the right high-value clients too. The second is creating a real hook here so that you get people really interested straight away. They're scanning their newsfeed, so you've got to stand out. You've got to be like you're speaking to just one person about their biggest problem. Then, number 2, you need to have a call to action. Them just reading your post is great for awareness, trust, credibility, establishing yourself as an expertise. That's awesome. But at the end of the day, you're paying for people to click on this ad. So you want to make sure that you're getting the right, the action taken. So you've got to ask them, right? I showed you that ad before of Sonia's, where it had a hook and it told people what she was about, but it didn't tell them what to do. So here, find out in my free webinar. The great thing is you can put links in these posts. These posts can be as long as you like. You can see there it's truncated so that with the little Seymour at the bottom, so just the first few lines show up, but you've got a lot of space there to grab people's attention. Make sure you put the link in the top there as well. So grab their attention, disqualify those people who are not right for you, add a link, so add a call to action with a link going to your landing page, and then you can do more to build the call to action for those who are going to read on, but at least you've done it all before they have to click anywhere. So make sure that you do that. Now, the best way to do that and create that hook is to give away something free of value. This can be register for a webinar. That works extremely well. You may have a free guide, you might have a free checklist, you might have a free video series, or particularly if it's an event, if your event's free, that's great. If your event isn't free, it can be great to get people into a video series first and get them thinking about the problems that you're going to solve at their event. So give them something free, have a great, I'm going to talk about standout images there, but make sure your image is something that's going to stand out and relevant to your message. Under there, I've just put the new image size for these when you're uploading them is 470 by 246 pixels. So that has recently changed. So make sure that you've got that for desktop there. Also, get familiar with the Power Editor. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Power Editor today. It's a Google Chrome extension that you add in the Google Chrome browser that then allows you to do more with your Facebook ads. And when I say more, I'm showing you an ad from this webinar, for example, that follows the same format I talked about before. Let's, grab their attention in the beginning, create a call to action and a link, and then, describe even more reasons why they should be there. But one of the great things here is that you'll see down the bottom here, there's a learn more button. So I've got the opportunity to create another call to action within the image by using Facebook Power Editor. Now, these call to action buttons are relatively new. They've been around for 3 or 4 months, so you may already have been using them. But if you haven't, you can put on there, if you've got an event coming up, there can be a book now button, sign up or download. Learn more, I think, is more kind of inviting and less sort of salesy. So I use that one a lot. But these call to action buttons are pretty amazing. And what I wanted to show you down the bottom is that I can show you I don't have to go into Power Editor to set my conversion tracking. I can do that just in my regular ads manager. But I can track all my conversions on using Facebook ads now. I don't have to have extra tracking software. So once I put a simple cut and paste bit of code, which don't be afraid, I used to hate code too, but this is super simple. Once you just cut and paste a little bit of code, you can be tracking your conversions. So this ad, for example, was getting $1.29 leads. So email opt-ins at $1.29. So I know for many times Facebook ads have given email opt-ins at about $3 to $5. So to be getting them for $1.29 is amazing for coaching and consulting clients, and that's pretty much across the board. So now's the time to dive in and try, because nothing's more measurable than you can set up conversion tracking and know how these ads are working for you. The beauty of having these email leads is that you can follow up with these leads time and time again and make offers to them and nurture them into your programs, whether it be coming to a strategy session. So I might have a free opt-in here that then captures the email address that I might then offer a strategy session to. So you can actually create ads straight to a strategy session page if you know that page converts, but generally they need to get to know you a little bit. So give them a taste of who you are and what you're about. Basically the principles you use on your website, transfer here to Facebook ads. Facebook really is your second home for your brand. The second one is to find your audience, and I've got a super exciting little tip here for you, which is this laser targeting tip to use in Facebook ads. It's going to help you attract high value clients, and that's leveraging your own list or your own Facebook page with a feature called lookalike audiences. So you can be leveraging your list, your Facebook page, or your website visitors using this feature. So you can ask, how does that happen? Well, Facebook have recently updated. They have had lookalike audiences for a while. So you may have heard of this feature called custom audiences on Facebook, and this is something that you can use in the Power Editor to editor to upload your own email list, or perhaps someone's been kind enough to give you access to theirs, and you can upload a CSV file of an email list, and you can show your ads to that email list. Now, obviously, the email address has to be the same as the one they log in to use on Facebook, but generally the match rate is quite high, and you can show your ads to people on your email list. So you can segment that too to buyers or people who maybe even they've opted out and you want to get them re-engaged. You can use the custom audiences feature. And that works amazingly well, but to go up a level from that, you can actually start using those, the custom or the lookalike feature, to then take that audience, and Facebook will go off and create another audience that is the same as that one you have uploaded. So you can do that with your Facebook page likers as well. So if you've got a really big Facebook page, which I know some people have a much bigger Facebook page than they do a Facebook list. So, oh, by the way, I just saw a question that says, is this really live? And yes, it's really live. I'm here. If you want to ask a question, Mark, feel free. But you can basically upload your user IDs on Facebook of your Facebook page, where you've got tens of thousands of people perhaps on your page, but you've only got an email list of like 1,000 people. So you want to convert as many of those people on your Facebook page onto your email list. Great. Upload your Facebook page as a lookalike audience, and then you can be attracting more people to your list who are like those on your Facebook page. You can also target those like your website visitors. So people who've come and visited your website, you could target them again. So they obviously already know what you're about. So you get the ability to create ads that are a lot more familiar with these people, because you can assume that they already know who you are. So how do you do this? In your basic ads manager, on the left-hand side, you'll see a little button there that says Power Editor. If you've installed Power Editor via Google Chrome, then click on Power Editor. Then you're going to see up the top left is Create an Audience, and there's Lookalike Audience there. Then you're going to see that screen on the right, which gives you the source. So you can choose a list that you've already uploaded as a custom audience. You can use people who've already converted with a conversion tracking pixel. Don't get too overwhelmed by this. This is a little bit detailed. Or a Facebook page. But that's where you do it in Power Editor. It's totally possible, and it's pretty amazing. So that's something that you should be using if you already have a list, or you already have a lot of website visitors, but perhaps you haven't really managed to get them over to Facebook yet. Then that's a great way to do it. So that's my super targeting tip for you. It's also, just to go back to that, it's also a way for you to get high value clients, because you can just be uploading custom audiences of your buyers, your best clients. You don't have to upload everybody. So if your list is quite small and you were thinking, oh, I want to upload my list to Facebook and show ads, I don't know if it's going to do that much because they don't have that many people. Well, Facebook have solved that problem, because they'll give you more people like those people based on the information that they gather about your audience, and they gather about everyone else and the other users they have on Facebook. So this can be pretty effective. The other thing is, make sure you've got your ads that they're high impact. Don't waste your opportunity here. Excuse me, I've already let you know about the format for those ads. Grab the attention, create a link, call to action, get them taking action within the post, but also get them understanding what your hook is, what you're about, and why they should listen to you. Make sure your image is high impact. It's on brand. It's telling them what to expect. You can put text on your image, but make sure that it's not over 20%. And you'll see here, under here in this link bit, you get another bite at the cherry to write a little grab or a hook here to get people taking action on that little button there. And you can see I've used a different button that I was testing there, which was sign up. It definitely doesn't work as well as learn more. So I would just use the learn more if you could. So all of these links, if you're asking where they're going to lead pages. Lead Pages is amazing software that creates very easy to use drag and drop software to create landing pages that are already proven to convert. You just have to put in your info, photos, logo, and you're ready to go. That's what's getting these amazing dollar leads, is Lead Pages. So definitely be using that. that's it comes to that page. So this was the page I was using for this webinar. That was converting at 55%. So 55% of the traffic that I was sending to this page were opting in to come on this webinar that you're on today. So it's great to see you here. Thank you. I'm sure you obviously saw this page because you wouldn't be here if you didn't. So this is just one of the many templates that they have. So if you're a bit scared of creating landing pages, or you're sick of paying designers at $500 to create every page or more sometimes, then just take what already works. You can customize it with colors and images. Yes, you can see more of them in Facebook ads, more people are using them, but you can still make them your own with your copy, your images, and your color scheme. There's a link there if you wanted to look at that. If you don't have lead pages yet, I suggest you get it, bit.ly/CCLPGS. That'll take you there. That is my affiliate link. But I thoroughly advocate for it because it's amazing how well that works. So definitely start using that. I've seen Arissa, hi Arissa, that you've asked a question about whether website visitors are asking whether website visitor custom audiences are working for ads. Yes, that is definitely working well as well for custom audiences for website visitors. Yes, so just to answer that question there, I will answer questions at the end as well. So stay to the end and I can dive into all that detail for you. The other thing is you want to bid right. You don't want to be, you want to make sure that you're getting your ads shown, but you're not paying too much when they are shown. So I've just got a really simple, I'm trying to keep this webinar as simple as possible. I know we've gone into some advanced concepts, and that's great for those who are already using ads and want to take away some new strategies. But I'm also aware some of you haven't used it. So don't worry, you're not getting left behind. I'm not going to make it too complicated for you. So when you are bidding on your ad and in the ads manager, you'll come down to this section, bidding and pricing. Make sure you always select to bid for clicks. And then with the pricing, just click in 99 cents. Generally, you should be able to get your ads shown for under that. You won't pay 99 cents if you create your ads the way I just showed you before, but that's the default bidding. You should be getting your leads well under $5. If you're going to strategy session, you can get applications once you get them to opt in for something free or with your hook. Then you can provide an invitation to a strategy session. And most of these are coming when we look at ad costs around $30 to $50 to get people's phone numbers. So that's not their email, that's their phone number. So you can get phone numbers on Facebook as well. And I can show you how to do that. The other thing, the fifth step to filling your programs is to follow up. This is just basic relationship one-on-one. It's basic email marketing one-on-one. I don't want to tell you how to suck eggs, but a lot of people forget how to do this on Facebook. So they've got the lead, they're managing to build this list, and they just let the list grow, but they don't send out targeted communications to their list. So make sure that once you've got the lead, that you want to keep nurturing them. Tell them, what they, ask them how they went with that thing that they opted in for. How did they get value from it? Have they got any questions? Do they know that for a limited time you've got special pricing on that? Or did they know that just for a select few, you're opening up your diary to have a conversation with them? Now, the people who are the high value people who've opted in are going to take up that option if you position yourself the right way. And that's also how you can be selling high priced consulting based on what you're doing on Facebook ads. So activate that list, give them offers, provide them with value, and give them invitations. Okay, you're doing them a service by doing that. That's what creates value. That's what allows you to get your transformation out there. The high end comes with the funnel, not just the ad. So just throwing up an ad, but not thinking about how people are going to move through your through that sales flow is basically leaving money on the table. But you do need to know how to do the ad well to start the conversation. And that's why I really wanted to show those elements in the first step. What to say. Start the conversation. Don't come from the place of sell. Come from the place of giving first. This is the system I use for my clients. This is exactly what I use, and what I wanted to share because I know it works, and I know a lot of people aren't using it yet. So I wanted to lift the lid on it and let you see what it was all about. Because I'm not sure why you showed up today, but if you're ready to get leads that can pay you every day, that can grow your list, that can give you a platform to be known for what you do and the beautiful transformation that you provide, then Facebook ads are the way that you're in charge of that. You're not leaving it up to chance. You're not hoping that someone else is going to promote you or just working off that referral-based marketing. And then look, there's nothing wrong with referral-based marketing. Be really honest with yourself. How many sales that you got in the last month came from just referral? As I said, that's great that people are referring you, but you don't have control of that as much as you do by creating the engine here. So basically, know that that's why you're here. Why you're here today, to learn of a way that you can take charge of growing your list and making more sales on Facebook. It's not just theory; it really, really works, and I know that you can do it too because a lot of my clients do. There's no need to wait. You can be up and running in the next couple of months. You can be up and running this week. But to be as across it as someone like myself, it's going to take about 6 weeks. But use my 10,000 hours. I've had probably more than 10,000 hours over the last 3 years, and I'm here to share it with you. So the best way I'm going to do that is through my latest program, Facebook Lead Success. How to fill your programs with Facebook ads. So, I'm here to build my list, create offers, and grow my, the transformation that I can provide. And by offering you this on this webinar, that's how I do it. So the core learning in this program is that it's a 6-week live program. It's not just one of those digital programs that you're going to have to remember to dive into to look at the videos. This is live program. It's done with you. I'm going to be helping you make sure that your campaigns work, answering your questions, guiding you in the right direction. So if any of this seemed overwhelming today, relax, because with SB Lead Success, I can actually take you through it. There'll be your own online portal with video training. So there is video training in there so that you can keep referring to that on an ongoing basis. But as we step through, we're going to be focused on what's currently working now, making sure we step you through in an easy to understand, easily actionable way that creates effortless leads by creating a training that's part video based and part interactive. So there'll be time for you to ask me questions live or in a Facebook group. Each module is going to be unlocked weekly, and the reason for that is because I want to make sure it's the most up-to-date that there can be. Things change on Facebook all the time. I don't want to pre-populate it with information from 2 months ago because already the formats and layouts and opportunities have changed. So it will be what's working now and what you can be implementing now, and it will be completely up to date. As I said, it's interactive and done with you. It's not just another digital program that, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. It's designed to do in real time, based on what's working right now, and I'm going to be there to guide you. Because basically, even with a system, if I map it all out, or perhaps, people work with me for a month and I manage their ads for them, they're not getting that kind of done with you option of me showing you how to keep doing it yourself and adapting to changes, adapting to, or not adapting, but getting information about how to set up your sales funnel the right way so that these ads actually convert for you and create a high value sales leads into your business. Because Facebook ads are not exactly set and forget, unfortunately. I wish they were. I wish you could just pop them up and those great ads that bring in dollar leads would just keep going. But it doesn't work that way, whether it's that the ad fatigue sets in or you haven't created your ad the right way. And I'm going to be able to show you how to do that and give you individual feedback, because you're going to be getting built-in support and mentoring from me. And I'm here, as I said, to hold your hand, guide you through it. You'll be doing it, but I'm going to be guiding you and giving you feedback and helping you in a way that I haven't before in my other programs. So, the other programs were less of an intimate space where I had the chance to be able to take people through. I still could give people great feedback and advice, and I got some excellent feedback from that program. But this one is just moving up a level. because, as I said, it's a 6-week interactive online learning experience that you'll go through live. So what does that mean? That means every week you're going to have a group Q&A/training call. We can dive into any of your stumbling blocks, roadblocks, opportunities. You can have the opportunity to get coached by me one-on-one in those calls. They're happening. You can be on it and you can ask me whatever you need. It's a little like today. You can ask me your questions too. But as you're actually implementing this system and the detail that I'm going to show you, I'm going to be there to help you troubleshoot and optimize what you're doing. Private Facebook group allows you access to me throughout the program as well. And your ads will be personally reviewed by me, or your stats. I'll say to you, hey, upload them, or let me know what it looks like. Give me a screenshot. I'll be able to troubleshoot straight away what's going on, because most people can't see the wood for the trees, but because I deal in it every day, I can show you. So what's involved in the weeks as we go? So week 1, you'll discover what to offer. So if you've already got something that you're offering, then great. But if you're not quite sure, that's where we're going to dive in there. So you can use my proven and tested offers, understand simple sales flows, understand how to get an ad up if you want to dive in straight away, set yourself up for premium positioning, and discover where to send your traffic. So what you're going to do landing page wise. Week 2, who to offer it to. So all this expert targeting to find the clients you love. I'm great at this and I can help you find those great target markets. There's not many industries I can't help with. I'll show you how to use the Power Editor super features. There's detective methods that most people neglect, so expert detective methods. I'm going to show you those. I haven't shown you those on the call because some of them are quite ninja and great to keep up your sleeve. Most people get this wrong. So most people, this is the big thing they're doing. They're not doing a call to action, but they're not targeting right, and they're spending way too much money. Week 3, how to offer it. So how to use your tried and tested ad framework. I'll give you copy and layout templates. So just, plug and play, steal what I do. I'm happy to share that with you in the program. Show you how to create the right images and select the best ad types. Week 4 is implementation week. You're going to get specific and direct feedback so far, give you the opportunity for course correction, access to me to map out the rest of the course if you need. Week 5 is what to pay. So making sure that you get this value equation dialed in. You'll be able to have a knowledge of how to instantly detect if you're paying too much. You'll know before it's too late and you've blown your budget. Also, how to maximize small budgets if you need, but also there's the flip side of that. If you've got something that's working and you're selling $5,000 programs every day, I've got plenty of clients who have $5,000 or $10,000 programs. They can't spend enough on Facebook. Within reason, obviously, but sometimes if they want to spend $1,000 a day and it's a very targeted audience, there's ways that you need to know how to get your ads shown and how to get the exposure that you need to get those leads in. So that's a really great problem to have, because if you're spending $1,000 and you're closing 3 of your 10 leads that are coming in via Facebook ads a day, that means that for $1,000 you're getting $15,000 a day. So, obviously it needs the sales engine behind that to do that. Hopefully you've got some salespeople. If not, then you can be doing those strategy sessions and those sales conversations yourself. But I will also show you, if you've got a big budget, how to do that. Week 6 is showing you how to follow up, what email autoresponders to use, more advanced sales funnels. By then, you're going to be up and running and hungry for more, so this will be right for you then. And how to use things like the retargeting of people who come to the landing page or website to maximize what you've been doing. How to flick the bidding method in your ad to take advantage of an ad that's already converting and give it a lot more juice. I'm going to show you that in this program. So what do you get? You get 6 weeks live training with me. That's valued at $3,000. If you want to hire me, it's $3,000 a month to manage your campaigns, but I don't coach you on what to do. I just do them. So this way you're going to get the entire system to use yourself. Access to the online membership area in an ongoing way, so you can watch those videos when you need. So if you miss one of the weeks or you're busy one week, it doesn't matter. You can catch up. Don't freak out. There's also a private Facebook group for access to me too. That's valued at $297. So, all of this is valued at nearly $4,000, but the regular price is $997. And for the webinar at the moment, I'm giving you special pricing of just $697. but that's not going to last. So if you want to jump in at the super cheap price, I mean, you can be getting a return straight away on that kind of level of price. This is information that, you know, I've been gathering for a long time, that my clients are paying me thousands for, that I've been working on for 3 years, that I'm going to lift the lid on and show you and work with you, not just, you know, give you access to videos. You're going to get access with me. The other opportunity, if you purchase for the next 25 orders only, I'm going to give you 5 ads created and loaded by me for you. So this is limited, obviously, because this takes time to do. But, you know, I know that this is where people get stuck. So in running Facebook ads training before, I've realized that it's great to show people, but sometimes people don't get the copyright, or they don't know quite how to translate my system to make it work. Well, I'm going to show you here now when you sign up via that link below, bit.ly/FB Lead Success, you're going to get access to a bonus. So if you sign up, I'll be able to send you an email and let you know that you qualified for that, or just send me an email at victoria@marvio.com and let me know that you signed up to secure that bonus. I'd love to work with you on your ads. Once you do purchase and then I confirm that you're in the bonus, you do need to waive the risk-free guarantee, or wait until the end of the 30 days of the risk-free guarantee. So I need to make sure that you're in it for the long haul, that I'm going to create those for you, and then I'll send you just a quick form to fill out, so you can let me know all about your clients and where you want to send the traffic, and then I can get those uploaded for you. So as I said, normally my clients are paying me $3,000 a month just to get that sort of attention. So you're going to get that for just $697. So it's a pretty amazing offer. It's not going to be around for long, as I said, the next 25 orders, but I'd love you to take advantage, because I've never before offered this. So definitely jump on board. Go to bit.ly/FB Lead Success and click Let Me In. I'm just going to type that link in the bottom of the chat pad, so you don't have to be worried about typing it in yourself. You'll see in the bottom of your GoToWebinar chat panel that you'll see a thing called chat, and that's where that link is. So you'll be able to click on that and go straight to the order form. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask them. Start loading them up. I'm going to go through your questions. I'm going to ask questions that you have about the program, questions that you have about Facebook ads. If the program doesn't seem like a fit for you, that's fine too. I want to keep it intimate. I want to make sure that you're getting access to my, my best strategies. This isn't about a program for the masses, because as soon as we share everything, then everyone starts using it and it doesn't work as well. So I want to make sure that this is more like a little, a mini mastermind, a mini Facebook ads mastermind. You will get the value from this program, because if you're selling something that's worth more than $500, I just need to give you the strategies that get you 2 sales to make sure that you're already ahead of the game. So this will be boutique. It's not for the masses. You can, as I said, you can easily make your investment back in 1 day. So, that's pretty impressive. I charge $3,000 a month for my established clients, and they happily pay it because they're getting way more than that in terms of the sales that I bring in for them. Some of the people that have talked about how I've helped them with Facebook ads include people like Mara. So she said that, that I have a great way of explaining Facebook ads without making them seem too complicated or intimidating. So if you're feeling like, oh no, this could be too much for me, it's okay. This is for people who are ready to step up and learn, but I can make it seem a whole lot easier for you than it needs to be, particularly if you're on your own. So Erica said she got immediate results, and Jody said she got a 600% ROI in the first month. There's a 30-day risk-free guarantee. So if you decide to come in, you're going to get the live training as we progress during the week, during the weeks of the program. All of the material's not in there as you get in. It comes in each week, and there's more being added all the time, because things change all the time. So if there's a strategy that I find is working one day with my clients, I'll upload it in there for you to use too. This is a real behind-the-curtain type program. So basically, you get access to me, you get access to my strategies. The link to go to is bit.ly/FB Lead Success. If you've if you've been sitting on the fence wanting to get involved in Facebook ads, now's the time to do it, because rather than paying someone to do it, and good luck if you can find people who have the capacity, because they're in big demand if they're great at what they do. I know I get inundated with requests. I can only manage so many people's campaigns because, I take my service provision really seriously. I don't, take on things that I can't deliver well. So, finding someone who can do this stuff really well that doesn't charge an arm and a leg is not easy. But this is the next best thing. Do you have to do some of the work yourself? Absolutely. And I know a lot of people just kind of like, I don't want to do it myself. And I get that. But if you can just teach yourself these strategies, you do not have to spend a lot of time doing this on a day-to-day basis. And think about when you're in those times where your cash flow is a bit lumpy and you want to, press a button and turn something on, you can turn this on. And once you have the skills, you can be using them time and time again. So rather than telling you go out and pay someone, and look, if you want to chat to me about managing your campaigns and you've got a sales funnel already set up, then I'm more than happy to chat to you. My email is victoria@marvio.com. Marvio's down the bottom there on the logo, so you can see how that's spelt. I'm happy to talk to you about that, but I'm very selective about who I choose to make sure that I can get the best results. Whereas this way, you get in my inner sanctum and you get all my knowledge and get to pick my brain at a much more value-driven investment, and you get the skills that you can use forever. So once again, here I'm going to teach you how to fish, like the old Chinese proverb. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach him to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That's the philosophy of this program. So if you're ready to fill your programs without constant launching, without affiliates and JVs, with that is in a way that's under your control, I want you to be part of this program. Because this is exactly what I needed when I started. It would have saved me easily 6 months of kind of floating around. This knowledge is really, really valuable. A lot of people, are trying to get the best, most cutting edge knowledge in Facebook ads, and I'm going to have it in this program. So I'd love you to join me. It's great to see some people already coming on. George, Anna, there's a whole list of people here who are already hit the button. It's great to have you here. Thank you for, congratulations, or should I say, for stepping up to your learning here. So at the moment, the first 25 people, I've already had, I think about 7 people take advantage who, so we've got some more opportunity there. If you're thinking about the 25 being one of the first 25 to get those ads done for you, I would suggest that you do it now. And go to bit.ly FB Lead Success. So once again, there's video training, private Facebook group, live Q&A calls, and me doing your ads at that link. So while that's up and you're thinking about that, I want to dive into some of your questions. That's what I'm here for. So, if the program's not right, that's fine too. I hope you appreciate that, it's I make offers in my business, as I will encourage you to make offers in yours as well. So, let's dive into your questions now. So let me just go down here. Arissa, as I said before, Arissa had asked, have you seen the website visitor custom audiences work well for ads too? Yes, they can work well because you can customize your creative or your copy to be a bit more familiar. So when you're running ads to cold traffic, people who haven't yet heard of you, haven't liked your Facebook page, aren't on your list, then you need to sort of tell them the story. You need to get them in with a hook that is not really about you, it's about what's in it for them. But with website custom visitors, then you can be creating copy that's a bit more familiar because they're already going to have a level of recognition for you, which is great. So Paul's just saying he's sending, okay, great, good to know, Paul, that you were sending straight to an event registration page, and yeah, that doesn't work so well. Same if you're sending to a sales page for an expensive offer, that doesn't work either. So George is asking what software I'm using for Lead Page. Lead Pages is the software, so that's the landing page that you want to be creating to send your ads to. It's what I recommend. It's super easy to use and definitely worthwhile. Donya, hi Donya. Are there any privacy concerns that we should be aware of when uploading our email list to create a lookalike audience? Facebook have already, the main privacy concern that you need to be worried about is that it's your list, so that you've already had permission from them to opt in. So If you're uploading a CSV file, Facebook will then upload it as a custom audience and then destroy that email list. So it's not like it sits on Facebook and can be used by anybody else. They destroy it straight away, so that once they've created their custom audience, your email CSV is no longer held on their system. So there's no major privacy concerns there to be worried about. Okay, so someone else has asked, how much does it cost and for how long should you do a launch on Facebook? So that's really how long is a piece of string, because it does depend on your launch process, how long you're planning on promoting your product. I suggest that you can be using Facebook ads outside of a launch, so you can be doing it every day of the week, but that's up to you to decide based on your framework. But as I said, you can start doing ads for $30 a day and be getting quite good results. So you need to change up your ads frequently though, because they will fatigue. So you need a program that's going to show you a program where you're going to create a few different ads to execute there. So I'm not sure what the value of Facebook's new advert sets are. Can I comment? You know what, Mark? I've been wondering the same thing myself, thinking it's just kind of an extra layer. I think it's really for people who are running hundreds and hundreds of ads. It just helps them organize them, because when you do start to run a lot of creatives, it gets really messy in your ads manager. So I think they're just allowing you to sort of zoom out a few levels so you don't have to see a list of massive ads when you go in there. That's another recent change. So Anna's asked that she purchased my Sell More with Facebook Ads program last year. How does this compare? This compares because you're going to be getting more live calls, more of the done with you style, that there's more interactivity there than I've been able to create in that other program. And it's everything that's working now completely up to date. So I think you ended up purchasing. So you'll see when you come on in. And Paul has said he's teaching a course from feeling ignored to being adored. It must be like in the dating romance niche. What would you send leads to an event page or an opt-in page? I would definitely send your leads to an opt-in page first and then nurture them, show them, demonstrate your expertise, give them tons of value, and go from there.